This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze and then the closing stretch is played into the breeze. So really you sort of make your hay on the way out and then you hang on for dear life on the way in. That doesn't really change because you have some rather short par fours to start.
Well, we're ready to play here at the par 4 first. 370 yards, spectacular water views on the right. Relatively... Hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash it as far as she can hit it.
Whoa, that is long. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
What a display of shot-making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So they'll tap in red figures at 1 under par. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic American layout.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. What a shot. I mean, almost in.
Chance for back-to-back.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that. It's just going to leave you a short iron in.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count. And you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A 3rd straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Rich Lerner back with you here at the 4th hole at Royal Troon. And this is a hole, Frank, that offers up a real scoring opportunity, a par 5, first one of the round.
Yeah, it's the last really easy hole you get at this opening start. 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. But you can easily carry that one on the right, especially with any help and breeze.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet?
It's still going. Frank, that's as good as I have seen all day long.
I think we've got to blame that on the weather. The wind had to help that ball give it another 20, 30 yards.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. No problems early, looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Now, the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole, a little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of the screen.
Well, this could be good. Birdie try up next. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Really locked in. How about 4 birdies now for the round? Well, Frank, typically when you step up to a par 5, you're thinking birdie, maybe even eagle. But this is 601 yards, a behemoth. It's long, and you can get punished for a mistake here, can't you?
It used to be the longest par 5 on the Open Championship rotor. But remember, there's humps and hollows that can always be used in your advantage. To your advantage. If you aim it down the right side, the ball normally kicks back towards the middle of the fairway. So that's the side to be aiming on.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's at sneaky distance.
Didn't quite have the break on that medium length putt right there. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Well, all right. Now we're on a little bit of a run. 2 straight birdies. Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you got to go. That's in between them.
That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. safely on deck.
Well played here. Went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
That moves them to 8 under par. 2 straight birdies. All right, Frank, as we arrive at the par 3 8th, the only thing I can think of is if a 71-year-old guy can make an ace here, well then, so can our gamers.
Well, they certainly can. At 123 yards, well, you think it'd be, why shouldn't it be called the postage stamp? Go with too much club, it's one you'll airmail.
That would be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Ready to go here at the 9th at Royal Troon Golf Club. 423 yards. What are you looking to do with this one, Frank?
Well, it's another one that's a dogleg left. It's called the Monk, actually, because it faces the village of Monktown. 1 bunker on the left, 285 yards to carry that, but it's not that you're trying to carry it, it's you're trying to cut the ball off that. Oh, that's fine.
Not a single weakness today. What a performance. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot. Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Excellent lie, 155 yards away. Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Frank, I've done it with donuts, a half a dozen, but never with birdies. 6 in a row?
Yeah, it's time to watch. This will be something.
Frank, you come to an Open Championship and you expect to hear the term gorse. You see it here on the 11th hole. If you do end up in the gorse, what can you possibly do to get out?
Well, anything you can. A lot of the times it's an unplayable lie, but if you remember back 2004, Ernie Els tried to play a ball when it was suspended about 3 feet off the ground and managed to flick it out of the sort of the thorny gorse. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Clip that one perfectly, and it spins in there inside of 5 feet. Just a gorgeous shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Good contact, good result. Excellent position, and just a huge shot. Here now the second shot. It's 120 yards. She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, on paper, 13 seems pretty straightforward, but it's not that simple, is it?
No, very stringent tee shot. Gorse right and left, plus a little sort of mound with some rough on down the right side. So really, you got to hit the ball down, not just the fairway, but the left side of the fairway.
I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Has it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
This is a good-looking shot. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, I was really impressed at 3 in a row. We're 3 times 3 now if this goes.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. This, the 9 in a row. Just absolute clinic out here.
Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
This one's looking good. Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Getting set now over the putt. And that's a birdie. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. We'll call this 140 yards to the flagstick.
Rich, I remember back in 1997 playing alongside Tiger Woods in the third round. Do you know what he shot that day?
It was low. It was a great round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the lowest round he's ever shot in the Open Championship. 64 to be precise. Justin Leonard went on to win the Open Championship that year.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Always love to hear the sound at the bottom of the cup. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards it would be reachable, but the burn that cuts across really limits the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance for your third.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the third round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He did a driver for a second shot into a head breeze from about 270 yards. Managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you?
Yeah, he was the only one that even tried that shot. This has exploded off the club face.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an even coming up. Some tester from 4 feet.
That was a tricky one, but it's in.
17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. In the hole, and a birdie. Great finishing hole here, Frank, at Royal Troon, the 18th.
Really, it's all about the tee shot. If you find one of those pot bunkers, then the best you can do is lay up, and then you're looking instantly at least a 5. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Seems to really have the touch today. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.